Oh, arthropod.
Yeah.
You can see that super cool coloration on the cilia too, like the rainbow color.
Yeah.
Shrimp there.
Yeah?
In jelly. In there. Oh yeah, the vibration light is awesome. No, I heard that's how you attract prey in the dark. You know, like when they're like super deep, you have. Oh yeah, they
Palm jelly.
Right, they have they legit have chicken balls.
Wait, are these? Yeah, like the flatter ones, especially from the back. Like if you see them from the side,
And that's not moving. But like if you actually own them in your house, how would you feed them?
These are sick though.
I know, right? I want one of those.
As a pet, you can see like the tiny streak.
No, like actually, before my mom was about to get me like a super large fish tank, and like I said that I wanted it like.
Oh wait, there's a Monterey up there.
Oh, what the hell? Wait, what is that?
Sunfish. Huge. They had one here a long time ago.
See the tuna coming in? Watch how big they are.
Oh, is that it?
Oh look at that! Look at that! There's hammerhead sharks. Guys, there's hammerhead sharks down there. Look! Look at the hammerheads, guys!
Oh, there.
Well, they're far away. Look at that fish. That side fish looks so weird.
It's like.
Yo, fire Pokemon. Look at that shark, that fish up there. I know, like a miniature version of a sperm whale. That shark. Oh! I found it, but it's not focusing. I found it. Look at that. What the heck? Oh, the shark? Look at the manta ray down there. No, it's not manta ray, it's just a ray. And then the sunfish. I don't even know how it swims like that. No, it's a reflection of your phone. There you go. No.
Oh,
There you go.
dude, it went so ways.
Same. Because we have crappy though. This place is OP. See those hammerheads? Look, guys, it's getting closer. Dude, they're up and now they're back down.
Dude, mine has like a 1 second delay.
Oh, the hammerhead shark's there.
Is this anchovy or?
Yeah.
You dropped that.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a big one.
Anchovy.
Is that anchovy or anchovy?
Anchovy도 이렇게 커요.
Wow.
This one is, I think it's not like different. 여기 큰 애들 있잖아요. 여기
Look at that!
Ashley, where are you? Ashley, which one do you have?
Whoa.
Guys, this is one of the things on there about the puffins too.
Holy crap.
On your sheet.
He's trying to find them.
There's a starfish.
Really? Okay. What the
That's a
heck?
common mule. And do you know on the Fairmont Islands off where off the Golden Gate Bridge are these islands where they have a super high concentration of great white sharks? Well, during the gold rush, they used to harvest those eggs and sell them.
They're not penguins.
It was like a giant egg trade.
Because they does seem to be interested looking at you.
Look, the puffin likes me.
Oh, wait, oh, wait, yeah.
Yes. But you can't pet it.
Whoa.
Oh, there's another psycho.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
What? Come. Baby one, that's
It does look similar though. It's like North America's penguin, except these guys can fly.
Every time they splash, I feel like they're gonna splash me, and then I realize it's not. He's pulling I mean, pop photographer.
Holy crap. This guy.
Keep dropping.
Oh.
Why is it?
He's always doing that. Look at them go. Look at their position when they're like swimming. Huh? Big bird? Huh? Oh, but he's going crazy again.
Looks like an uncontrolled. Looks like an uncontrolled, like missile or something.
Speed up. Whoa!
Leopard shark.
What shark? Tell me what shark is out. Oh,
It's a shark. Look at the leopard shark all the way over
You guys
there.
know that one floor down and over, there's another window for people to look through?
I know. Right down there.
Look at that. Boy. Look at that. Nemo's Wonderland.
Oh, I got that one. I got 46%.
Those colors.
Guys, do eels.
See?
Oh.
Oh. What the? What is that? You see, like the ones on the bottom?
Oh, what the heck? I don't see it on there. That's so odd. Is that like a baby or something? Ah, it doesn't look
No.
like
Oh, what is
it. Looks like a completely different. Whoa. Oh, that's
What
another
is this?
dragon pepperfish. But what is this one right there in the center?
The bottom one?
Yeah, it's not written on any of them.
This one is there, and this one is. I can't find.
Oh, there are eels. These are eels.
No. I don't know what.
Look, dude, here in the holes.
I know.
Those are the eels. Honeycomb moray. This one is the honeycomb moray with its tail out here.
This one is that one, and this
Yeah.
one is.
The zebra one, the zebra moray is this one.
Yeah, right.
I don't know where it's. No, that's this. That's the end of that one, the snowflake moray. I don't know where the
Oh.
zebra moray is.
Zebra. I can't find it. Not here.
Probably hidden in the holes.
Yeah.
And then there's a sea urchin right there.
Oh, there's.
Oh, there's a zebra.
The last one.
Oh, there's a bunch of sea urchins on the ground. And then there's also the cleaner shrimp. We have to find a whiteout moray. It's black. We found. Wait, no, this one is the. Wait.
No.
Or else that means that there's two honeycomb moray.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's two honeycomb moray.
I can't find.
This guy's here out playing games. What the heck?
Oh, interesting fish. And then there's like a. Let's just.
Oh, this fish.
There's like a
I
hand.
know this fish.
And there's like a mini eel or something.
Okay, I'm.
Oh, look at the lobster!
Whoa, let's go out.
Yeah. Those are fish. You can see the eye.
Yeah, right.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
What the heck? I was like not expecting that.
Oh, there's shrimp.
Oh. Or krill. That's so funny.
Yeah.
The creatures.
Oh, yeah. Oh. I don't know what to call it.
striped spit slime stuff. Oh, that was a tidal wave. This is end up in. Dang. I love bennies. They're so cool. And those are all female bennies. There has to be like one male at least. The male? Maybe that one's the male. No, that's not the male. That one's just her. I can't find the male.
Male.
The male's like colorful. Oh,
When
here comes the tide.
Oh, there.
What?
There's male.
I don't think that. Do you think
Yeah.
that's the male?
Yeah. Look at the top. The
How do
yellow.
they move?
Yellow. Oh, you go out.
Oh, wait, that one's the male.
Yeah.
That one's at the top right there.
What?
Or?
No.
No. Maybe the male is hiding somewhere.
Oh, I think that was male.
Guys, there's a touch pool over there.
Pengies. Wait a second. Guys, they have like badges on them and my camera won't focus at all.
And they can't come.
Yeah.
They have like little badges. I wish one of them was bad.
I forgot what
Oh, there.
I think this is going to be for the presentation. I think this is the preparation for the presentation. Look at all the fishes in there. There's some fishes.
Yeah.
Hi, penguin. Penguin. Hello, penguin. Oh, wow, there's somebody sleeping in there.
Oh.
These things are funny. There's one over there. Big one.
Already.
It's weird when I'm like,
Wait, what? Undulate. I'm a little too short. You gonna put this on down?
Trap. On track. Under. Is it food or? Oh, there's shrimp for food. Oh, I can see I and E.
Look at his tentacle down there, just searching the food. Look at girl. Whoa, that's an odd fish down there. Guys, look at this fish down there. It has like a red top and a white bottom. It's like, it looks like a sushi kind of. Oh, it disappeared. I don't know. Oh, nope. Okay, I don't know where it went. It disappeared. Oh, there it is. It's at the very bottom. Oh well.
yes, sometimes they end up particularly sardines. Sometimes the bigger fish will eat. And we have
out there to see all over here?
There's a frog.
Oh, there's a frog.
There's 2. Oh, 3.
Oh yeah. Can't really see with the reflection. Oh, can't reach it. Can't reach it at all. It's so boring. Oh. Oh, he's so slimy. Oh, it feels so weird. Super slimy, huh? Yeah, it's going over the other one. Oh, I see it. I can't reach it. It's so This hand is wet.
I'm just gonna circle around. Try to touch it.
I kind of
I'm
touched it.
waterproof.
I didn't get on camera very well.
Look that.
Oh, it's poking its head. Ah, it's just. No, it's getting away. Oh, there's this guy also. Don't let it bite. Oh, she. Oh, it feels so good. It's so slimy. Wait, I think it's too deep now. I'm guessing I just came too late.
Yeah.
Barely. Oh well.
이게 안 닫아.
Come on. Here. So close. Oh, man. There's another one. Kind of touched it, not much. Well, that one's, I don't know. That one's been there. Wait, what? Jimmy doesn't want to grab that. There's a big fish. I want to touch it. Are you just going to stand there and have your hand down?
Yeah, I'm waiting for a fish.
Wow.
Right there. I got one.
Oh, well, there's that guy over there. Doing a crazy guy.
He's coming around again.
Oh. Don't say. Got it. Wow. Everybody's just like, yeah. No. Oh, my sleeves. Oh, it's too low down.
Why is it just staying
He's
here?
so
Excuse
tiny.
me.
Alright.
Collision.
Let's go. Tip of the fin. I'm touching its head. Oh.
Hey, you.
I was able to touch its head.
I can touch its head.
And it's going. Question mark? What the seat? Sand crab. Well, they do a lot in their whole entire life. It's just stand. Oh, there's somebody. There. You're like, my hands are too wet. I can't control. Oh, there you go. Can't control for the zoom. Well, they're just putting their legs to waist, just standing here. Oh, well, whatever.
Getting more photogenic.
Oh, yeah, the bush.
It's a viewing area.
Okay. Ooh, it's fresh in here. Ooh. A little visitor here already. Go. Wow. Yes. I also. Same dudes that we put right here. Here, some fishies, and some birds. Oh my god, what the heck? They're so cute.
So cute.
They're so cute. Look at this. Oh, interesting. Yeah. You're so small and tiny.
Well, for a lot of us adults too, we never get this close to them. No, I swear.
And what thing?
And the spinning thing. I'll just keep on moving.
Oh, yeah.
Keep on turning it. People can get by because they can walk in.
And me, make sure you get out. Cool.
저기에 놉시 있어.
Oh, there's flounder.
Oh, yeah. Sit there like that, I guess. Oh, this thing makes waves. That's cool.
저 밀고 아니구나.
Guys, that thing makes waves.
저거 뒤에 큰애 뭐야? 초록색 말고. 초록색 뒤에. 어딘가 하얀.
There's a machine, and you can see inside. It's kind of like a camera near water. I think a camera is like that. That's a camera right there. Let's see. Oh, there we go. You can just. Oh, that was a close up. Huh. It's so cool. It's a cool machine. I'm gonna use another one over here with this one and that one. This doesn't make sense. Okay, oh, here's one. So cool.
So the cloud coming in pretty shortly.
So your safety officer up on the
Here you
deck.
go, fellas.
Let's try getting upstairs.
You'll notice
Let's try getting upstairs.
that I'm very careful with the male sheep head.
Looked like he was going to grab it, but he checked it out. go too far up.
There we go.
Say, I noticed when you come back down, you might notice it too. The wolf eel that's in the lower part of the exhibit here, he or she has been sticking its head out quite a bit and looking up toward where you are. So maybe you might be able to coax the wolf eel out of its little cavern there. I don't know if some of you can see, there's a like little white head coming in and out of the seaweed toward the bottom of the exhibit. That's called a wolf eel. And they're usually pretty bashful. They don't usually come out. Sometimes they do. It's fun to watch them.
I'll try and get them to eat something once we finish all of this. Now right below me, you'll see an orange, and also down there on the, hi there.
You see?
Also down along
You
the
see the
bank,
frills?
these bright orange fish. Those are garibaldi. They're the California marine snake fish. No.
Yeah, they're small, but they're pretty territorial and they're aggressive, fighting for their territory. So they're the official California marine fish, like Meg said. There's also, we don't have it in this exhibit, but the golden trout is the official freshwater fish for California. So most of the fish in this exhibit are rockfish,
giant
roundfish.
sea bass.
Yes, you'll see the rockfish, like this guy here. They've got spiky dorsal fins, big eyes, big full mouth. They're a fish that likes to sit and wait for their prey, and then they'll jump out and grab it. And, you know, they're an amazing story behind them because they were almost fishing to extinction.
Isn't their nickname Ambush Predator?
Ambush predators, exactly. And now they make such a great comeback that you can actually eat them. We can see them out in town on the menu. And there you go. All right.
Yeah, the rockfish and roundfish sometimes as well, they were threatened 15.
They produce. And because of that protection,
This is our destination.
브레이웨일이다.
Oh, there's glass. I didn't know that. Did you see what that fish did? He was like scratching himself against and then, yeah, coral shell reef.
Oh, there's otter.
Oh!
There's the otter.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, quality is so bad. There's a sea otter up there. I just kind of like to see it. It's like rolling. Dude, you see there's a sea otter?
I saw it.
Yeah. I love this system.
It's like a pearl.
Dude, they're doing like a... Cool.
Those are two or
Huh?
that one? That.
Why?
Look, right there.
No seal.
That's an otter.
No.
Hey, there's one there.
That's not like a water. You do a tree shot. Hey guys.
Nice to hear. My name's Larry, and I'm so glad you're here because for the next few minutes, I get to talk about one of the coolest animals in the ocean, great white sharks. By the way, what comes to your mind when you think about a great white shark? How about something like this? I know, isn't that cool? That is a 4,000-pound fish jumping completely out of the water. But I know that more than a couple of you, in fact, I already heard it, thought about something more like this. Okay, who's seen the movie besides me? Yeah, you bet. And we all know the next line by memory, right?
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Now, come on. Bruce, that mechanical shark, was twice the size of the largest known great white. And if that's not enough, Hollywood would like you to think you're not even safe on land.
It's so weird. It is so
Slam down? Well, look, as ridiculous as these images seem, sharks really have been portrayed in the movies as the bad guys. But the truth is, in nature, there are no bad guys. And here at the Monterey Bay Aquarium, we got a whole different story to tell you about because we're the only facility in the world that's ever successfully exhibited white sharks. We've had 6 here in our past, and each one of them gave us the opportunity to study sharks in ways that were really not even heard of. In fact, we could measure their growth rate, we could observe their feeding pattern, and how they got along with their neighbors before each was successfully released to the wild. You know, these are top predators, but that does not mean that they are just mindless eating machines. In fact, sharks keep their habitats healthy just by being around. Animals know when a shark's nearby, and it changes their behavior for the better. For instance, think of a hungry marine mammal. How about an elephant seal? Excuse you. Now, with no shark in the area, these animals can just stay in the same area, lie around all day, and eat all the food. But when a shark shows up, they scatter, and that spreads out their feeding, which helps keep the habitats healthy. And that's why we now study these animals in their natural environment here at the aquarium. And we're located in the perfect spot because right off the Central California coast, there's an adult white shark population of almost 300 animals. Oh, and leading our white shark research here at the aquarium is a dynamic crusader.
Handing out the shark repellent bat spray.
Okay, sorry, I did not mean a dynamic cape crusader. This is Sal Jorgensen. Now, Sal's a boy in this picture, but you can see that even back then, he was fascinated by fish. Well, guess what? Sal's grown up, and so have the fish he studied. That's him in the baseball cap. He and Scott are celebrating successfully tagging that 16-foot great white shark. And by the look of that picture, Sal's the one who needs the bigger boat, right? But every fall, you will find Sal and the team out at the Farallon Islands. Now, that's a group of islands about 30 miles west of San Francisco. And each fall, they can find adult white sharks in that area. Anybody have a guess why the sharks are there? It turns out that California great whites like their seals and sea lions on the rocks. Now, sorry. But you see, that's where these sharks are. Now, in order for Sal and the team to study great whites, because they're deep water animals, they've got to tag them, which means they've got to get close to them. And it turns out that that's not all that difficult to do. White sharks are ambush predators. They stalk their prey from below. Well, Sal and the team can take advantage of that behavior with a little modern technology. That's a piece of carpet cut in the shape of a seal. And when Sal and the team deploy that carpet seal on some really strong fishing line, it actually doesn't take very long for a curious white shark to come check out the action. In fact, on occasion, the team even sees this reaction. You didn't get wet down here in front, did you? Okay, so what are we trying to do when these sharks are close? One way that we identify these sharks is by photographing their dorsal fins. You see, each shark has a unique series of notches and scars, kind of like a fingerprint, that helps us identify the individual. In fact, those notches and scars really don't change much over time. It also allows the team to give these animals some really cool names. Now, you've already met Middle Notch. There's one named Elvis. This is Flat Top. We've got one we call Tom Johnson. Here's Hook. And for a lot of us, our favorite is Leno, and here's why. Pretty good, right? Okay, so in addition to photographing their dorsal fins, we also want to know where they travel, and that includes tagging technology. You see, for years, scientists thought that white sharks were a coastal species, the adults. They swim up and down the coast. So a series of acoustic tags were applied, and when one of those adults swam by one of our listening stations on our coastline, we would know they were there. And that data told us that there are various hot spots around the Central California coastline where these sharks would stay. But every fall, those hot spots would go quiet. Where'd the sharks go? Well, to find out that answer, a different tag was needed. I've got one right here. It's called a satellite tag, or a PAT tag, which stands for Pop-Off Archival Transmitting Tag. Now, it rides along with the shark for up to a year, and it's looking for data like where am I, how deep am I, how cold's the water, and then at a predetermined time, the tag pops off and floats to the surface, and that sends out a signal to a satellite that sends us an email and said, go find the tag. Well, we want to get these tags back because we can't upload all the data with that satellite link. We want to retrieve the tag to make sure that everything that tag has, we can monitor. In fact, for you beachcombers, you might see one of these on the beach, and if you do, oh, it's a good find because there's a reward. When you find the tag, you call the number on there, and there's a cash award for getting it back. And the reason is, the data is so important. And the data has told us, by the way, that adult white sharks, in fact, are migratory. We didn't know this. Every fall, they leave the Farallones, and some will swim all the way to Hawaii for Christmas vacation. But most of them end up in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and we didn't know this even existed. We're calling this area the White Shark Cafe, and it's massive. It's about the size of the state of Texas. Now, we don't know what they do there. In fact, did you know that no one's ever seen a white shark give birth or even mate? So to help answer that question, Sal and the team are working on a new tag, and it's got a camera. We're actually calling it the Cafe Cam. This is a prototype that Sal and the team put on a shark out on the Farallones. And when this technology is perfected, it's actually going to give us the shark's eye view, like this, of what's actually happening out in that cafe. So mark your calendars. Come back in a couple of years. We've got some really good video for you to see. Oh, there's another shark in the distance you're going to see right there. Okay, so in addition to the cafe cam, we track these animals, and one of the females that we watched over the years is Avalon. Now, we know it's Avalon because of a series of scars and notches on her head. One fall, though, Avalon did not return to the Farallon with the other adults. She's the red dot right here. She, in fact, made her way to the warm waters of Southern California. You see, she was pregnant. And we know that that area in Southern California down to Baja is a white shark nursery. And though we haven't seen them give birth, we've seen a lot of young sharks down there. And the reason is, we think, young sharks can't regulate their body temperature like adults can. So these young juvenile sharks end up sunning themselves in the warm waters of Southern California like you and I would. But that means they're very vulnerable. So studying those young sharks down there is a scientist named Chris Lowe. Chris runs the Shark Lab at Cal State University in Long Beach. He and his research team want to watch these animals and observe their behaviors. In fact, they even team up with local lifeguards and fishermen, and when one of these small sharks is spotted, either from a spotter plane or from shore, the team is alerted and they'll dispatch their researchers on wave runners. They're smaller and they're quieter, and they allow the team to get really close to these young sharks to tag them. And those tags have told the team that, in fact, these young sharks are coastal. In fact, they'll spend the first few years of their life traveling north and south up along the Baja Peninsula. In fact, this is a 1-year-old. It goes down about halfway, but after about 3 or 4 years, those sharks make it all the way down to Cabo San Lucas, probably for spring break, right? That's what we would think. But there's one shark that gave the team kind of an interesting story. You see, it came down through the Channel Islands, like we would expect, and it got near LA in those nice warm waters, and then it headed on land. Jumped on the 10 freeway down to probably the 57 down to Anaheim, probably looking for Disneyland. So did we find the first land shark? Well, what happened, of course, is a tag popped off early, and a couple found it. They put it in the trunk of their car and forgot about it. Every time they'd open the trunk of the car, the satellite would team up there where they'd been. Of course, you can see that wasn't much good information. But another reason for Chris's research is the fishing industry in Southern California. You see, these young sharks don't eat marine mammals like adults do, they eat fish. And it's the same fish, like halibut and bass, that the fishing industry goes after as well. And the fishermen use gill nets to collect those fish. But the problem is you've got sharks and fish and gill nets going after the same prey, so we'll occasionally see this. This is called bycatch or accidental catch. And it happens quite frequently. In fact, to the extent that what we're trying to do is to alert the fishermen down there to check their gill nets more frequently, and if they've got a young shark in there, call us. We'll dispatch a rescue boat, and then we can collect that young shark. They're pretty resilient, and while we have it on our boat, we can measure it, we can weigh it, we can attach a tag and do a blood sample before we release it.
Wow, there's a little fish in there also.
But this accidental catch or bycatch worldwide happens so often that more than, we think between bycatch and another industry called shark finning, more than 70 million sharks are killed annually by human activity. So they need our help. Well, we're glad to tell you that there are many in the fishing industry that have gone the extra mile to employ catch methods that are safe for animals like sharks. And the aquarium wants to reward these fishermen by putting them in contact with our Seafood Watch business partners. Now these are retail stores, restaurants, and chefs who have all agreed to only serve sustainable seafood. And that's where you and I can help. You see, when you reward these businesses and eat at these restaurants that use our Seafood Watch sustainable recommendations, you're saying thank you to these fishermen who've gone the extra mile, and you're also saying thank you for a healthier ocean environment. So one of the things you can do here at the aquarium is download our Seafood Watch app on your smartphone. It's geolocation based, so wherever you live around the world, it will put you in touch with our wonderful Seafood Watch partners. Well, listen, my name is Larry. If you have any questions, come on down front, let's talk about it. I hope you see our sharks on exhibit here today. We don't have any white sharks currently, but we have leopard sharks, southern gill sharks, angel sharks, all kinds. In fact, bat rays and skates are members of the shark family.